Welcome to my random kitchen in our temporary home this week. I am Brittany Bass, a full-time passenger seat princess and operations manager of Matt Becker Fishing. If you don't know me yet, I am also Matt Becker's girlfriend. He is a professional bass fisherman on the Bass Pro Tour and with Major League Fishing, and we are in full swing, actually almost done with our second season on this tour. So he is the reason why I am always in these random kitchens, because we travel around the country and stay in Airbnbs. So with this channel and podcast, I get to bring you some of the best wives, fiancés, and girlfriends, even some moms, to talk about their lives, their experiences, and all the behind the scenes goodness that goes into making a tournament season possible. So this is episode 23. And it's our Jordan episode, I believe, of Random Kitchens. All right, welcome back, everyone. We are sitting in Virginia, and actually, like in my hometown, so not too far from us. We are at the James River for stage 6 on the Bass Pro Tour. And today, we have an awesome girlfriend, a very awesome girlfriend on the podcast. So today I'm very happy to introduce you guys to one of our newest WAGs on tour, from winning Rookie of the Year in the Invitational Circuit last year to sitting currently high up in the standings and well in that Red Crest line. Meet BPT angler, rookie, also Marshall Robinson's girlfriend, Abigail, and is it Cothran?
Yes.
Okay,
Cothran.
Perfect. I was like practicing before, and I was like, I need to ask.
You're good. Hello. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, welcome to the kitchen, or the random kitchen this week. Mm-hmm. So how's it been so far here for you guys?
It's been good. We've been having a good time, and he had a decent first day. I think he finished the first day in 16th, and then he's fishing again today. So.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
Yep.
They both are. Matt's fishing today as well.
And so checking our phones.
Yeah, I was about to say definitely we'll be checking throughout the day on that, because the tides change here, so they have to fish an ingoing and an outgoing tide, and obviously weather dependent is how that water moves. So super fun and interesting fishery.
Important part about it.
Yes, huge. So when this episode actually airs, the tournament will have been over, so you'll have to go back and check the results, because it's going to air actually next week. So starting from the top, for those who don't know you, who are you, where are you from, and what do you do?
Okay, so like she said, I'm Abigail Cothran. I am 20 years old. Marshall and I live in South Carolina, around like the Spartanburg, Greenville area. And
with the peach? Isn't that where the peach is?
Yeah, we have a lot
of
peaches.
The water tower?
Oh, that's in,
that's not Spartanburg.
Gaffney.
Oh.
It's really close, though.
Oh, okay.
No, you're good. It's really close. Yeah. I was like, peaches? Oh, you got me confused at first, but no, you're totally right.
Sorry.
No, you're good. So I just finished my associate's degree in April, and so now I'll be starting my first official, I guess, big girl job, you could say. In August, I'll be an assistant at a middle school, so I'm super excited about that.
Very exciting. So an assistant teacher, correct?
Yes, correct.
Very nice. Mm-hmm. And it's also where she did her internship.
Yes, so I got to meet everybody, and we just,
hit it off.
Yeah.
Good.
I really enjoyed it, so I'm glad to be going back.
And like she said, she is 20, and so is Marshall. So they are not only rookies on the Bass Pro Tour, but they are also one of our youngest, which is super exciting. And it's crazy. Matt will tell you again and again that he thinks the age of fishermen is going to, or our average age will decrease. And especially like over the next 5 to 10 years, it'll probably look more like average age of like baseball or average age of, football players, I think. So it's super exciting. So how many years has Marshall been fishing on like a national circuit?
Okay, so if you want to count invitationals, he fished that for 1 year last year, and then like you said, this is his rookie year on the BPT. Yeah. So I guess 2 if you want to count invitationals.
Yeah. So very, very good at his job. Super
quick
exciting
process.
Yes.
Yeah.
So do you guys travel together, or have you ever traveled together?
Yeah. So actually, the very first week that we started talking to each other was his very first tournament as a boater.
Oh.
So I've been with him throughout this whole process. So
that's fun.
As we were in high school, it was obviously hard to travel a good bit with him.
Yeah.
But definitely during all the summers, I've traveled with him, and then throughout the rest of the year, if I have time off or whatever, I try to be at every tournament. Or if the like weigh-ins are on weekends, you know, I definitely would end up going to them.
Ah, love it. And do you drive yourself or do you travel, like drive with them?
I normally drive with him.
Yeah.
Well, I thought about, because this week I'm by myself, so I thought about driving separate, but it's just more fun driving with him. Like, I didn't mind having to go and like drop him off at the boat ramp every morning. No. It's just a lot more fun together.
I think so too. It's like such an experience.
Yeah.
So you guys know I'm trying to stay consistent with these podcasts and do like the life and love story first, take a little break, and then do more of the tournament stuff. But also, I wanted to keep adding pictures of the family beforehand. So I'm going to add a picture of both of them, him in tournament gear, and then obviously outside of tournament gear, which I'm going to get you to send me some pictures. And then also their M3 fishing family. So you guys actually got to meet Iris at like the beginning of me doing these podcasts, and that is Marshall's mom. And she travels a fair amount with them, and like she told you guys, she does an M3 fishing TikTok and like group with that. So I'm also gonna put them just so you can kind of see like from start to finish the whole clan.
Everybody all together.
Yes, just so you guys can see who we're talking about and make those connections as to the people that you're seeing on TV. So those pictures are gonna go here. And that's my Big Daddy calling. 1 second. I'm sorry. Okay, so a picture of them is going to be inserted right here over top of our faces just so you can see. So I thought it'd be good to start with like a little bit more about you. So what is something that you do every day without fail?
Something I do every day. Do you know Wordle?
Yeah.
I do Wordle every day.
Do you?
I've been doing it forever.
Oh my
Like,
gosh.
I mean, obviously there's a few days like I miss here and there, but I do it, all the time.
I love Wordle. I have not gotten the app, but I love Wordle.
I just go on Safari.
What? Really? Mm-hmm. And you just do it?
I just have it like pinned, and I just go do it every day.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. I didn't know I could do that because I get too like a little bit obsessed with games or like things like that, so I can't have the app because then I'll just like try to be on it.
I know what you mean.
I like
Well, the good thing about Wordle is you can only do it the one day.
Oh,
so
really? You don't have teams or anything? Or
you just do it one time a day.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah. So you just go do it your one time a day, and then you have to wait till the next day.
I love it. Yeah. Are you good at it? Like,
I've definitely gotten better, I think. But it also helps because I've been doing it for so long, so you know what words. They never repeat words. Oh. So you always know what words you've already done. Yeah.
Oh, that's smart. I didn't know they didn't repeat it.
Yeah.
So what's something you love to do for just you?
Just me? Well, that's hard.
Yeah, I know.
No, I like to get my nails done.
Yes.
I like to keep them done. It makes me feel, girly and everything.
Girly. Yeah. I know. I always feel like a boss. Like every time if I have like fresh nails, especially if I have like heels and I'm in that big truck, I'm just like, a diva is a female version.
I'm the same way. Yep. I definitely like getting my nails done. And I like to read a lot too.
Do you have like, I'm normally like as you can see, like a red, like dark purple, person on nail color. Do you have like a specific color scheme?
I never go in like thinking I'm gonna get this or that. I just go in and look at like the little thing they have and I pick it out.
So they're always different.
Always different.
Do you do like crazy colors too? Like
I stay away from like designs most of the time just because I'm scared that they're not gonna know how to do it and it's gonna get messed up. But like I have hot pink on right now. They need to be redone. But
mine do too.
But yeah, I just pick any color. Blues, yellow, like anything.
Anything. Yeah. I like it. I know I get stuck in like my like pinks or like red,
just
like
variations
of the same color. Yeah. But I try to go a little bit crazier with my toes because I'm like, well, I can cover those. It depends on the season
too. Yes. Like in the summer, I like to do a lot more
wild colors. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I normally agree. So do you also love fishing?
I do.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I think before we met, we talked about this a little bit. I didn't even know professional fishing was a thing. Yeah. Like, I had no idea this world existed. But, I was definitely a daddy's girl when I was little. Oh, so, like, if he was going fishing, I wanted to go. If he was, outdoors or whatever, that's what I wanted to do. So
nice. So, y'all could kind of connect about that before
somewhat. Obviously, he had a little bit of a different bringing up with the fishing side. I mean, I was just used to going to like a pond or whatever.
Yes. Not like full-blown lunch in the morning.
No.
Like
and like
70.
live bait.
Yeah.
Like just the worms putting on the hook.
Oh yeah, we did worm fishing. Did you dig up your own worms ahead of time?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I was always like, instead of fishing half the time, my dad would catch me just digging with the worms. And I'd be the one that was upset. I'd be like, Dad, save the worm.
Aww.
Like, keep him in the dirt with his family.
Yes, and then put him on when you're ready.
Yeah.
So how did you guys meet? Like, tell me the love story.
Okay, so we met in high school. We actually lived 10 minutes apart our whole entire life. Went to the same schools, elementary, middle school, and high school. And he was a grade older than me, though. So we never had classes together. So I think that's one of the main reasons we just never interacted.
Connected, yeah.
But I actually worked at the YMCA after school. And he would come and work out at the YMCA. So the room that I worked in was like at the very front. So I would see everybody that walked in. he tells me I'm a stalker. But I would see him walk in every day, and I was like, he's cute. Yeah. So I got one of my friends from back home, because she had Marshall's little brother, Mitchell. She had his Snapchat. So I was like, you text him and be like, I need Marshall's Snapchat. So that's how we started.
On Snapchat?
Yeah. Because I added him first. I was not brave enough to like snap him first.
Yes.
So I added him, and then he snapped me that night, and we snapped a little bit back and forth. And then all of a sudden he just left me on open. I was like, okay, like,
rude.
This ain't gonna work. Like, I'm not gonna sit around and wait, you know? So I was like, it's not gonna work. And then, like, a week later, he texted me on Snapchat and was like, just give me your number. Like, I'm not a big Snapchat person. So I was like, okay, so that makes more sense.
So he was just trying to Snapchat because you were...
Yeah, like, to this day, he never uses Snapchat.
Yeah.
I just didn't know that. I was like, he's leaving me on open. Like, he doesn't like me, obviously. But yeah, we started texting, and we've been together ever since.
Aww. It's so crazy to me, like, how, because that's how my little brother, I feel like, interacted with people, was, like, Snapchat.
Social media now.
Yeah, versus, I mean, even going, like, you didn't add him on Instagram. You, like, added him on Snapchat.
Yeah.
So I think that that's so crazy.
It is crazy. And I'm not even that big of a Snapchat person either.
Yeah.
Like, I use it a lot more than he does, but not as much as, like, most people.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was okay with him being like, let's just text. I was like, that's perfectly fine.
Yeah, Matt was, like, more of a Snapchatter, which he also FaceTimed me, and I thought that was, like, so... I mean, it was, like, so left field for the guys, like, my age at that time. They were like,
FaceTime?
Yes, and, like, talk on the phone and stuff. Like, did Marshall do that with you?
No, not at first.
Yeah.
It definitely took a while before we
actually, talked like that.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, though. I feel like most people who meet on social media now, they talk forever before they actually meet. Yeah. But I guess since we went to the same school, it was just easy for us to be like, let's meet up and, like,
where'd y'all go? Where's your, like, first date?
Let's see.
Did he ask you or did you ask him?
No, he asked me. So once we started talking a little bit more, he found out that I was the stalker, so he likes to say at the Y. So that's, like, where we first,
Did you actually stalk him at the Y?
No. I would just see him come in, like, every day after school, because we'd always be there at the same time. So I would just think he was cute. I didn't stalk him, but he just likes to tell people that because it's funny.
It is funny.
But
I would have been like, yes, I did. I watched every workout you did.
Yeah, no, I had to stay in my room. It's not like I had to go follow him around everywhere. That's funny. But, yeah, we met, like, at the Y first, I guess. And then when we went on our first official date, we went to, like, a steakhouse and got ice cream and stuff.
That's nice.
Yes.
I wonder if Iris helped him plan it.
Probably.
Yeah.
I can definitely see that.
Is he a big sappy romantic guy?
No.
No?
He's a fisherman.
Yeah, that's true. I know.
I don't think any of them are really super romantic.
Not out loud. Like, I feel like not out loud. Like, they are.
That's true.
Like, I was trying to, I think I need to rephrase this question, and I said it somewhere else, because I feel like they're, like, all attentive or, like, affectionate, but not out loud. In front of people. Yeah.
I totally agree with that. If it's just us, he is more romantic, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
But he'll definitely do little things just to, like, make me feel special. You know? But not crazy romantic. But I'm not really either. Like, I don't expect it.
No,
so.
like, if I walked in and there was, like, flower petals all over the house, like, I would think that something really was wrong.
I know,
like,
I'd be like,
like, it would be, I would be like, what the heck?
I feel like I'm the same way. Like, I don't expect it, so. Yeah. It's fine.
It's just a little different.
Yeah.
It's good stuff. It's just different.
Yeah.
Do you remember who said I love you first?
It was him. But I remember it being, like, a good moment. Like, I remember me also, like, feeling like I wanted to say it
Yeah.
too.
Did you say it back?
Yeah.
Oh, did you?
But it was one of those things where I was at his house and I was like getting in the car to leave, and he was like just about to close the door, and he was like, "I love you," and then he like
closed the door.
I was like, "You can't just say that and then close the door in my face." I think he just got a little nervous.
Yeah.
So I like opened the door back, and I was like, you did not just do that. But yeah, I said it back, and it's like something we laugh about now.
I know, I love it. He just didn't give you the option
Yeah,
to
no.
not say it. He's just like, all right, we're going to close it. We'll just talk later.
He definitely just got nervous and was just like, "I love you." Just closed the door. It was cute, but yeah.
So how long has it been then? I can't remember if you said or not.
We said, no, I don't know if I have. We've been dating for a little bit over 3 years.
Yeah, so that's like a fair amount of time,
yeah,
I feel like.
high school sweethearts, I
High
guess you
school
could say.
sweethearts. So wait, would that have been junior year you guys met? Or
So like I said, he's a year older, so it was my junior year, his senior year.
His senior year,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
Yep.
And obviously, like, with him traveling a lot, like, quality time can be hard. I know you travel too, but, like, do you guys have, like, a go-to date night or something that you like to do when he's home or even when he's away that, like, makes you guys stay connected?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like, me and him have never been that couple that, like, wants to go out and do stuff all the time. Like, we were always fine with being at one or the other's house and, like, our parents just, like, cooking or whatever for us. But we like movies. Not, like, actually going to the movie. Like, a Netflix movie.
Yeah, watching on TV.
Yeah, we're big, yeah.
Do you have a favorite?
He likes comedy movies.
Yeah.
So sometimes we meet in the middle with, like, a rom-com.
A rom-com.
Or something. Yeah, I made him watch The Notebook the other day.
How did
it
you
popped
do?
up, and I was like, "Have you ever seen this?" And he was like, "No, Abigail, I've never seen The Notebook." I was like, "I feel like you just have to watch it, though."
Yes.
And he was full on, like, "I'm not gonna like it," or whatever. And by the end, I totally had him hooked.
Did you?
He was
I
like,
feel like, honestly, like, I think men do like romances.
Oh,
they
for
just
sure.
don't want to say that
they don't want to say
like
it out
them.
loud.
Yes.
Yeah. But at the end, he was like, "That was a good movie." He was like, "It's honestly sad, though." Like,
Yeah, it is. It's so sad.
Yeah, he liked it. I thought it was funny.
But it is. It's very cute. It's like it is like the Titanic. Like, you have to have seen The Notebook. It's like a classic, I feel like.
Yeah, he had to have seen it.
Yeah. So what about funniest or craziest or scariest memory? And originally I just had funniest, but Bobby was like, well, I remember the scary ones more than the,
Yes.
so like,
I have a scary one.
what do you got?
Okay, so I think it was within our first year of dating. Yeah, it was our first Christmas. It was Christmas Eve. And he was, like, at my family stuff, and he ended up staying at my house, like, a little bit later. It was, I think, 12-something that he ended up leaving my house. And he's really bad about, like, falling asleep.
Oh, no.
Really bad. So he is, and like I told you earlier, it's like a 30-minute drive from where I live and where they live. And so he had a 30-minute drive. And when I say he was 20 seconds from his house, if that, like, so close to his house. And I actually was on the phone with him because I knew he was tired. So I stayed on the phone with him. I was trying to talk to him the whole time. And I guess there was just that little time of, like, silence. And he fell asleep, and he ran off the road and hit a tree.
Oh, no.
Dead on.
And you're on the phone?
I'm on the phone with him. It was so traumatic. Obviously, he's fine, and, like, thankfully nothing, his truck was messed up total, but he was totally fine.
Oh,
but
no.
I was on the phone, and I obviously freaked out. I was, like, yelling.
What did you,
I just started yelling, and, like, he responded immediately, thank goodness.
Yeah.
But it was terrible. And like I said, it was on Christmas Eve. Like,
it's
just such a bad situation. Like, to this day, it just makes me
think
like,
about it. Yeah, that's terrifying. So is it like a, when he gets tired, he just passes out kind of, or like?
Yeah, like, his dad does the same thing.
Yeah.
Really? When they're, like, super tired, they just
are out.
Knock out.
So they just don't travel well at night.
Yeah, no. Like, if we're riding at night or, like, driving somewhere at night, I make sure I drive.
Yeah.
It's just like,
you just
but
don't
ever since that moment, I will say it's a lot better. Like, it was very eye-opening for him.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think he's ever came close to a situation like that again. And now, like, before he leaves the house, we'll make sure he has, like, a snack or, like, ice to crunch on or something like that.
Yeah. Oh,
but yeah, that was definitely, terrifying. I would say, the scariest
that
moment we've had together.
What about favorite fishing memoy? Or
that one's hard.
Let me back up. Do you guys fish together?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. Does he let you on the front of the boat?
Girl, most of the time I don't even like getting on the front of the boat.
Yeah.
Because he'll be scoping and he'll be like, I'll be like, I want to catch something. He'll be like, okay, throw right there. And I'll throw, and he'll be like, reel it in. That was way too far. I'll reel it in. He'll be like, okay, throw it again. And then I'll throw it, and I think it's perfect.
Yes.
And he's like, nope. So then I'll just get mad, and I'll be like, fine, I'll go back to the back.
Yes,
I'll
I'm
do
just
my
gonna
own
drag
thing.
around. It's fine.
But no, we do have a lot of good memories fishing together. It's fun.
Do y'all go out? Did they have a pond, or what is y'all's like closest body of water?
Well, we have a bunch of like smaller ones, like Bowen and like Robinson, but our like big one's Hartwell. I guess. I guess Kiwi honestly is closer to them. I think Kiwi's a little bit under an hour to get to. Okay. And then right below it is Hartwell. Yeah, because y'all have all the fruits, don't you? Kiwi, lemon. No, we have. That's actually a funny story. When we started dating, he asked me what lakes I had been to, and I said I've been to Lake Kiwi, and I put Kiwi, like Kiwi. It's not Kiwi? No, it's Keowee. Like what? Kiwi. Oh. But I was just dumb. Kiwi. I thought I was great. I was like, yeah, I've been to Lake Kiwi. And he responded, he was like, oh, I've never heard of that lake. I was like, you're the fisherman here. How have you never heard of Lake Kiwi? And then I obviously realized I was so wrong. It was so embarrassing. But yeah, no, we have Joe Cassie and then Kiwi Hartwell. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, you're around a lot of good ones. Yeah, they're all like relatively close. So y'all can go to any of those? Yeah. I like it. Mm-hmm. So, obviously, you just started a new job or will be starting a new job. Mm-hmm. When does that happen? And then, like, talk to me about, like, y'all's plan. Because, obviously, for you guys, you've met people that have been in the industry forever. You've met people that are just starting out in the industry. Like, what does that even look like? Because while she's been in his life and through this industry for 3 years now, y'all are still, like, building your family. Yeah, we are. So, like, what does that... Yeah, so... Like, let's start with work-wise, I guess. Okay. Like, when does that start, and how does that, like... So, I'll start officially with that job in August, full-time. It's a school year, so, you know, from August to May. But I love it because I'll have the spring break, the Thanksgiving break, Christmas break. Like, I'll have all of that still. But... like, going into college, I didn't really know what I wanted to do. So it was just perfect that I fell into the school scenario and ended up loving it. And then it's just convenient that I'll get the summer off and everything. So right now, I think I'll just stick with that for as long as I feel needed. Yeah. And then... And really, the bulk of our schedule starts, like, end of May. Yes. So it's kind of... Out. Yeah. Like, obviously, we have a heavy front, but it's really, like, half and half at least, if not more on this side. I mean, obviously, I would love to just... not work and travel with him, but I know, like, I'm young, like, I need to still have that point in my life where I work and, like, you know. Oh, yeah. Build your own little nest egg, too. Yeah. And then, so we've always talked about, like, getting married young or whatever, but that's a question for him. Yeah. I mean, whenever he's ready, I'm ready. I know. People ask, like, obviously, we're older, and people still ask us that because, obviously, I'm still a girlfriend, too. But it is one of those things, it's like, I know he's my person. You probably know he's your person. For sure. So it's like, whenever they kind of We definitely know it's going to be me and him. We just waiting for the perfect time, I guess. So do you guys think you'll settle in the South Carolina area still? Yes, I think so. I don't think either one of us really want to move away from our families. We're both really close. So. Are you an only child, or do you have siblings too? I have an older brother. Oh, okay. Let's see. He's 24, I think. Or 20. I think he's 25 now. Oh, okay. Yeah. Nice. Are you guys close too? We definitely were, like, younger, I guess, and then we went through that little point of, like, our age difference where we weren't as close. But I feel like now he's married and they just had their first little girl. Oh. So that's definitely, like, brought us back together closer, just, like, seeing them a lot more because of the baby. And you have those points in your life, it's like an ebb and flow. Like, I feel like from 18 to 20 you change a lot, from 20 to 25 you change a lot, and then 25 to 30 you change a lot. And then I feel like once, you know, I have my family and kids and everything, we'll definitely be a lot closer because we'll just be together a lot more. Well, and then the little ones will play. Right. So you guys want to have kids? Yes. So excited. More in the fishing fam. Yeah, my mom actually has a home daycare. Oh, that's perfect. Ever since I was little, I've had kids at my house. Yeah. And then once, like, a job came up for me, like, the only thing I wanted to do was work with kids, and that's what I did at the Y. Aww. I kept, like, the kids as the parents would go to work out. And then, obviously, I'm in the school system now. Like, I love kids. Like, I definitely want my own. Aww. Yeah. Well, that's good. We're excited for more babies in the fishing family. I love them. I mean, everyone right now we have, like, a new round of babies, basically, because Victoria Connell, Maggie, we have Katie Hay, like, Dylan Hayes' girlfriend. Like, everyone's just having little babies, and it's so fabulous. Anna Cooper, like, all of them. It's so cute.
So travel plan, like you said, you're planning on just doing summers. Is that right? Until
for right now.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, if it ends up working out where like I have a long weekend or something and
You can
there's
go.
a tournament close, I'll definitely go.
Yeah. No, I think you guys are in like a perfect spot too, because South Carolina, you can get to a lot of places quickly.
Especially this year. There's been so many convenient places. Like, I don't think we've had, for the BPT, I don't think we've had anything over, well, Texas was far.
Yeah.
But, like, here it was about 6 hours. Chowan was about 6 hours. And then we had Santee, which is
right near your house.
2 or 3 hours from our house.
Yeah.
So we've had some really close ones.
Yeah, it's good. Mm-hmm. And that's actually, like, why we moved to Tennessee, too, is because it's just so central. Like, you're just,
can get anywhere.
Yeah, you're so near everything.
Yeah, I agree.
So what does your dream life look like, knowing what you know about this life? Like, what do you hope in the next 5 years, you know, kind of, like, transpires?
Mm-hmm. So, obviously, like I said, like, I'm fine with, like, staying home and working right now, but I feel like eventually, once we do start having kids and stuff, like, I want to go and travel with him.
You're going to pack him up?
Yes, because, like, Marshall has all these stories. I mean, I don't know if we've said it yet. Marshall's dad also fishes.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know
we
if we
didn't,
said that.
but go ahead. Yeah, well, we said, like, so Iris and Marty.
Yeah.
And Marty is Marshall's dad.
Yeah. And
just an FYI to everyone, my thing, it looks like it's getting a little hot, so it might close down, and if it does, we'll just continue after, but sorry, so go ahead.
Yeah, but, so obviously he traveled around fishing, like, throughout his whole childhood, and so, like, just hearing his stories of everywhere where he was able to go as such a young kid, like, I want that for my kids. Like, I think that'd be so fun.
Well, and I don't know if you guys remember this, but, like, Iris was saying, like, how many adventures they got to go on with, like, the whole crew of kids, because there was so many of them.
Yeah, like, everybody together.
Yes, I always tell Matt, like, and you guys know, like, we don't want to have kids, but if we did, I'm like 100% get an RV, we're packing everybody up and we're coming. We are going, because I think it's like, one, hard to miss out on a large part of your life as a kid for the dad, I feel like for Marshall, that would be probably difficult, and like same for Matt, like I wouldn't want that either, but then just like the crazy camaraderie that you could have in adventures. So I ask everyone a question for the next guest without knowing who the guest is. I actually got it from another podcast, and I just love it. So Karen Lansford was actually my last guest, and she is one of our officials' wives. And she asked, if you were stranded on a desert island, what would you bring with you? And it can't be a person, which originally she was saying a person, and I was like, we should cut it at a person, because clearly I know it's probably Marshall.
Yeah, that's a good question. A desert island.
I know.
I mean, I would say, like, food, but that's going to last you only so long.
A short amount of time.
Maybe, like, a boat.
A night. Oh, a boat.
Like, I'd bring Marshall's Phoenix.
Yeah, there you go.
I'd be out of there whenever I was ready.
There you go. That's a really good answer. I'm, like, thinking, like, knife to cut down potential coconuts. Like.
No, I'm going to bring a boat. Hopefully there's gas in it.
Yeah, fingers crossed. If not, the oar. You can just paddle or kick or something. So what is something you and Marshall do currently that you hope you always do in the future? Like, mainly to keep the relationship strong, but just, like, something fun you guys do.
I would say, like, our sense of humor with each other. Like, obviously we have our serious moments, like, when we're alone or whatever, but we definitely, like, love to goof around and, like, joke and everything, especially with his younger brother, Mitchell. I don't know if you've met him. Have you met him? I
haven't met him, but I have, like, been around him.
Yeah, he's literally a goofball. So, like, if you get all of us together, we definitely just goof off.
Yeah? Yeah. I love that. I think sense of humor is, like, huge.
Oh, for sure. Especially, it makes it more fun.
Yeah, well, and life throws you, like, enough curveballs, so if you have a partner that you can just be like, what in the world is going on?
Yeah.
Like,
that's definitely
and make it the best situation possible.
That's definitely how we are.
Okay, and now, like, a real question that I want to know the answer to. Do you dance?
I wish I could say yes, but it's a big no.
What?
A big no.
Never.
Like, no.
So the reason why I ask, and I don't know if y'all remember this, Marshall and Mitchell's dad is Marty the Party Robinson, because he dances, and Iris dances, and they won a dirty dancing contest and dance all the time. And Marshall and Mitchell both dance as well.
Do you remember him at Red Crest?
Yes. So he was doing the Dougie at Red Crest.
He's so good at it. Like, he can just look at a video of somebody doing something, and he can just do it.
He has, like, rhythm, like, moves. Like, it's not even, like, like, he has, like, rhythm.
And he was so, like, I didn't even know that about him for a long time because he was, like, scared to do anything like that in front of me.
Dancer.
Yes, but then, like, once he did, I was like, dang, why are you kind of good at dancing? And then I found all that out about, like, Marty and everything. So they've definitely tried to teach me over the years, but it's just, like...
It's not sticking?
I don't have it.
You don't have the rhythm?
No, I just can't do it.
Are you a singer? Like, do you...
No.
Musical instrument?
No, girl, I can't do anything. Like, I used to play volleyball. That was it.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
okay.
I played volleyball, like all throughout middle school, high school, everything. I loved it. That was my thing.
Yes.
Definitely not dancing or singing.
So if you went to a dance, would you do, like, slow dancing, just not in the...
I would slow dance,
yeah.
but, like, at Red Crest, like you said, like, he was out there doing his own little thing, and you would not catch me trying to do anything. I would just embarrass myself.
I, like, love to dance so much, and Matt is definitely not a dancer. Like, he'll do the ones that give you, like, commands, like the cha-cha slide.
Yes,
yeah,
I can do those.
Like those, like, I
might
that. Get him to wobble, but that's, like, I mean, I think the WAP is probably the closest, you know, to even, like, wiggling.
I just feel like I need to learn something, though. Like, me and Marshall think it'd be funny if, like, at our wedding or something, we just, like, during our slow dance, just, like, broke out into, like, this big old dance, but I really don't know, because
we can come up with a routine for you.
Maybe. We can practice.
Yeah. We'll come up with some moves.
Yeah.
Some easier moves.
I need to learn, because, like you said, his whole family can dance.
Yes.
I'm just, like, there.
And they all, like, love dancing.
And they can sing, too. I don't know if Iris told you that. Iris is the best singer. So, like, we'll just all be in the living room one day. Marty would get out his guitar, and we'll just have, like, a little singing session.
What?
It's fun. And
but you don't sing along, too?
No. I mean...
Just listen.
Yeah, like, I will sing. I'm not good at it.
I love that.
But, yeah, it's fun.
A little singing session.
They all love dancing and singing.
Dang. Well, at least you can enjoy it.
They're talented. They have a lot of talents.
Lots of talents. Okay, so last question, and then we're going to take a break and let my thing cool off again, my camera. If there was a WAGS fishing tournament, which wife or girlfriend or fiance do you think would win? Of all of, like, the MLF WAGs.
Well, I know you fish a lot.
I love to fish.
So, yeah, I would maybe say you.
You think I could win the thing?
I mean,
I'm
guess
competitive.
It depends on where we were at the same time.
I wish.
But, like, I mean, Iris at the same time, she knows her stuff. She knows her baits and everything. So.
I feel like I would put some money on her.
Yeah.
Just because
I don't know. There's a lot of good options.
Yeah, there is.
I mean, when you fish with a professional fisherman all the time, I feel like you gotta somewhat know what you're doing.
I think so too. I feel like we pick up on things that, like, even just your average, like, weekend angler might not even know because they don't have someone to watch. Like, I feel like we watch them a lot.
I think a bunch of them would do good.
I think so too. We got a good crew.
Yeah.
Okay, we are gonna take a break. I'm gonna let my camera cool off, and when we come back, we're gonna dive a little bit more into their tournament fishing life. So we'll see you after this. Okay, we are back. So we're going to get into the tournament world and kind of what that looks like for them. So, as you've kind of heard, obviously she knew what she was getting into a little bit. But how do you feel about this, like, crazy fishing life?
Yeah, so at first, like I said, I didn't even know this was a thing. So, like, him sitting here, us coming out of high school, and him being like, I'm going to be a professional fisherman. Yeah, I was like, what do you mean like that? Like, what do you mean by that? And he actually had a scholarship for fishing and decided, like, 2 weeks before, he was like, I don't want to do it. Like, I don't want to go.
College?
Yeah. He was like, I don't want to go and waste 4 years when I could, like, go ahead and just enter into like, the pro stuff. And so we all believed in him, though. Like, we knew he could do it. So,
had the knack.
Yeah. So at first I was definitely worried. Like, it scared me a little bit. Just because it was so overwhelming. Yeah. But I love it now. Like, I feel like I've definitely gotten used to it, and I feel a lot better about the situation.
Well, and it really is, like, because you guys know I knew nothing about this as well. It's, like, I feel like a little intimidating on, like, where does the money actually come from? Yes. And, like, how do you make a living at it? Yeah. So until you can kind of get even, like, close enough in the relationship to, like, talk about that, which, you know, thank God for Bumble, because I can just ask you blatant questions. Will I be providing for you forever? Ask you blatant questions. But, I mean, it's intimidating, especially with you guys being high school sweethearts. Right. Like, how do you even approach that? Yeah. Like, can you care for us as a family?
Yeah, and that is, I mean, we're so young. Like, I feel like people not judge, but are always like, y'all are so young. Like, how do you already know, like, y'all want to be together or whatever? But that's just stuff we talked about, like, very early on.
Yeah, and when you know, you know. Yeah. I mean, I don't think you have to waste your life not being with the person you want to be with to know that it's right, if that makes sense.
Yeah, we both just clicked very, very good, very easy.
Yeah.
So, and they have a plumbing business. So when they're not fishing, they're at home plumbing.
Yeah.
So they always have that to fall back on.
Which is really nice. And I do feel like, and I was telling Iris this too, like just a solid, I feel like in their mind, they can fish a little bit easier too, knowing that it's not like they don't have anything coming back.
Knowing that they can go home and just work.
Yeah.
To, get some
pay off
back.
Anything they would need to if for some reason, things just hit the fan one day.
So that definitely eased my mind a lot more too, knowing like this is something that he gets to go do for fun that he loves and could potentially make money, but if not, he always has the plumbing business.
So what did and I'm skipping around a little bit just because I want to ask, but what did your parents think of this as his career?
Yeah, so they were like me at first. They were like, what is this? Like, we didn't know this was a thing. But they love it. They love traveling. They come to a bunch of the tournaments, so they're very supportive about the whole situation.
And I feel like having Marty as his dad, having done it, been successful at it, like probably helped them as well.
Like seeing them already be successful
and be established with it. Like that's like second to none. Like help this is what our family is going to be like, in the future.
Yeah, no, they've never really questioned like what our future would be like. Like they're very supportive about it. So
what about your friends?
They, on the other hand, were a bit like, what? Like, what are you talking about? I mentioned it to you earlier. Like, a lot of times if he had been gone for, like, a week for a tournament and he would come back, they were like, why are you spending every day with him? And I'm like, it's because he was gone last week, and I know he's going to be gone in, like, 2 weeks. So I want to spend time
for
with
a week.
him.
Like, it's not even, like, short stints.
Right. But, they're watching him be successful now, too. So
now they get it.
Yeah, they get it now.
Yeah. It is probably difficult to see. It was difficult for me, too, because I was like, I just don't understand how it all works. But, no, that's good.
And a lot of people still see it as, like, he's just going to do it for fun. Like, they don't see it on the actual, like, profession side of it. Like, he is making money doing this,
you know? And it is, like, a sport. It's a professional sport. They are athletes.
Yeah.
I know, like, what did Tilly call it? She said a lot of people think it's like kind of like a Bubba sport, like because it's their hobby versus, the NFL, like people did it and they played football, little league, high school, all that, but they can't really directly relate. All of your like local fishermen or weekend fishermen also feel like they can relate, and I feel like that makes it really, really hard to translate into. It's 100% totally different than anything like that, and it's a full-blown like professional sport. Just wild. So it's good. That's funny though. My family was they were like all for it, strangely, because I was like, I think they just like wanted me to find someone that I like really loved. But I was like, Mom, like, do you understand what this means? Do you get any of this?
Well, definitely after I remember like the day he told me that he wasn't going to go to college, and me going back inside to my house and being like, he's not going to college, and then being like obviously they were trying to be, but they were like, oh, like, not at all, like, he's not going to college at all, but they obviously knew that he plumbed too, like, you don't have to go to college for that, so,
No, that's
totally
funny.
Supportive.
So, starting from the beginning, was he fishing like local level tournaments when you guys met? So I know like right when you started, he was starting on the
Toyota Series.
The Toyota Series. Okay, so before that, was he fishing, like, what was he doing before the Toyota Series?
So we were in high school, so he fished for his high school team, obviously. So he did that. Actually, Iris, who started like the high school team at our school,
as a captain,
or
as a
as like their coach. Yeah. So he did that all through like middle school and high school, and then before we met, I think he did a few like co-angler moments. And then like I said, the very first week that we talked, he did his very first tournament as a boater for the Toyota Series, and I think he did that for 2 years, and then he qualified for the invitationals. And he did the invitationals for 1 year, and now we're on the Bass Pro Tour. So.
And he won Rookie of the Year last year, so super, super exciting. Obviously a little sad too in our house, and because Drew got second to him as Rookie of the Year.
Them
it really was.
But the funny thing is they're like the best of friends now. Like it brought them close, that whole experience. I know.
And they actually are like pretty similar, I feel like, humans too.
Yeah,
they probably did instantly click.
They do. They're good friends.
So did he always want to be a professional fisherman?
Yeah. I mean, obviously with his dad fishing, I don't think he ever like had a different scenario in his mind. Like I think he saw his dad go out there and do that every day, and he just wanted to do it.
He's like, I just love this. I want to do that too.
Yeah.
No,
that's exactly what he's done. Though,
yeah.
So.
Does he like? And again, I'm skipping around a little bit, but talk to me about. And then we'll get a little bit back into this. So, talk to me about who you room with and how you guys travel.
So, now that we're on the BBT, we room with his dad, Marty, and then we room with Casey Ashley, and then Johnny Van Dam. So, it's them four, and then if we're, like, fishing down to the Invitationals or the Toyotas, obviously his little brother, Mitchell, will come and room with us, and then for Toyotas, they'll have some of their, like, friends from back home that'll come and do, like, the cutting on their side.
Ooh, that's fun.
So, like, when we're going to Champlain in 2 weeks, I think it's 2 weeks. So we have a bunch of people from back home that's coming with us, and they're all bringing their girlfriends. So they'll get to go fishing every day, and then the girls will get to, like, do stuff.
Hang out. Mm-hmm. Oh, heck yeah. Stay in Clayton. There's, like, so much fun things down there.
Yeah, I know. We have, like, our whole week planned out already. Because me and Iris have been down there, obviously.
Did you take the boat to Bull Island?
Yeah, I think we're going to do that with all of them.
Yeah. It just is, like, a good way for them to see all the islands, you know? Because it's hard if you don't have the boat.
I love Champlain. It's so fun. It's one of the best areas.
Champlain. I'm thinking St. Lawrence because that's where we're going next. Champlain.
Ooh. It's a Toyota,
I love Champlain. Yes. That one's huge. Yeah, the Asable Chasm. Asable Chasm.
Yes, we went to that. Yeah. I can't say that word.
I can't either. it's tragic.
I remember the first time we went, I think I said, like, chasm or something, and Iris was like, that's not how you say that, girl.
Semi-close to something like that. No, that'll be fun. So kind of circling back to what I was going to ask, how is it traveling with family? So they stay with, obviously, Marty and then Mitchell sometimes. But, like, how is it traveling with family?
I think it's made the process so much easier for, like, me.
Yes.
Because I have his mom to go everywhere with, and she has been to all these places, so she's able to, like, take me around and, like, show me how you know, everything works. I feel like if I was just thrown into it, where, like, we were just rooming with all these random people, I feel like I would not have been comfortable at all. Like, I think it's great that we've had his family with us the whole time to take us everywhere.
I think it's, like, a huge benefit. Because, again, like, I knew nothing. I just, like, came into a house with a whole bunch of dudes. Yeah. I mean, like, really, like, you kind of have to figure out how you fit into that world. So it's nice that you kind of have, like, Iris to be like, we do this and this and this and this.
Yeah. I feel like that's definitely why I feel so comfortable now about the whole situation. I had her to, like,
actually
look up to the whole time.
Yeah, no, that's so nice. Yeah. So when you guys travel, do you typically cook at home or eat out?
We do a good mix of both.
Yeah?
Yeah, like, especially if Iris, I mean, this week I've been by myself. So we've not done that much cooking. I'm learning, you know?
Well, and they are staying in a friend of Martin Via's house. Yes. So that's also, like, a different wrench because you're
there
using
every day.
Yeah, so you're using, like, their kitchen too. So.
But we do a good mix of both. Most of the time it's, like, their practice days since they get in so late during the summer especially.
Yeah.
We'll cook. And then, like, their tournament days, we'll go out more on those days.
Yeah, that's how we.
But it also depends on where you are, because, like, some places you go to and they don't have that many restaurants.
No, there's like nothing.
Like, I remember when we were at Santee, we ate, like, if we would go out, we ate at the same restaurant every single time.
What was it called, Thami's?
It was, no, I don't remember. It was some, like, seafood place. It was, like, 5 minutes from the house, but that was the closest thing. Like, there was nothing near us at all.
So, y'all stay in Airbnbs primarily, or campers, or hotels?
Airbnbs.
Yeah.
Hotels,
do you think eventually y'all will do campers? Or do you like the Airbnbs?
No, I don't think so. They have a camper that they would use for, like, high school season.
Yeah.
But I think they're actually planning on selling it. I don't think we'll do that.
I mean, it's a large commitment. Like, not, because technically you would have to separate to drive it and all of that. Yeah, because
you have to pull the boat in.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, we do mostly Airbnbs, and then if we can't find anything, or if, like, we're on the way home and it's a long drive, we'll get, like, a hotel, obviously. That's
how we do, too. We like Holiday Inn Express because of their cinnamon rolls. They're fabulous.
Ooh.
They're so good.
Little shout out to y'all.
I know. They sent, actually, a huge shout out because they sent me a, like, care package because I had tagged them so many times in their friggin' cinnamon rolls.
How fun.
Because we do Airbnbs, but when we were in Pittsburgh, especially, it was always a day and a half to get wherever we were, so we always stayed over. And they were like, thank you so much for always shouting this out. Like, give me your address, we'll send you a care package. I was like,
oh, that's so
cool. So nice. So talk to me a little bit about how you guys tackle the tournament season when you aren't here. So I know, well, I guess, and when you are. So how does it work, I guess, when he is getting ready to go? Do you guys have like a routine? Like, we bring a whole bunch of crap. That's why
I think it depends on like who's going. Like, I definitely, if it's a bunch of us going, like I know Iris will like to pack a lot of like stuff beforehand that we already have. That way you don't have to go and buy everything once you're here. But if it's the guys, I mean, they come like empty.
Empty, yes.
Yeah. They'll come and they'll just buy whatever at the grocery store.
They do.
Yeah.
Just show up with like a hamper full of clothes is what it is.
I mean, obviously they make sure they have their baits and everything.
Yes.
But like food-wise, no. They just get it whenever they're here.
And do you worry about any of that right now, or do you just load up too?
Most of the time, I'm not, like, in charge of most of that quite yet. I feel like that'll come more once we're, like, married and, like, actually living together.
A little bit more established. No, I feel like that, too.
Yeah.
So what about typical tournament day routine when you are here?
Mm-hmm. So this is actually my first, like, tournament that I'm at completely by myself. So I've, like, definitely been trying to, like, contact more of the other anglers' wives and girlfriends and everything and, like, going out and doing stuff with them. But we're at a great area right now. So, like, there's so many things to do around here.
Right around y'all's, yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of shopping and, like, places to eat around here. So it's been a good week.
Yeah, Richmond's fabulous for that. Like, everything's, like, 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So, especially because we have kind of the whole James, like, all the way out closer to like Williamsburg, so you can do shopping like downtown Richmond or you know a little bit north of Richmond and then go all the way down to Williamsburg and do like the outlets if you want to go down there, or just like eat at a tavern or that kind
there's
of stuff.
a bunch of shopping,
so much
little
stuff.
outlets and everything, so yeah, it's been good. But then if it's like a tournament where it's just me and Iris every day, we love our walks. We go on lots of walks. And we definitely go and do like the touristy stuff, I guess, like
just check it out,
what's around us.
Very nice. So what do you think the best and then hardest part of, well, actually, let me back up real quick. Do you guys have any superstitions or, like, traditions? Because I hate the word superstition, but it's, like, the only way to get across. Like, do you guys do something every single day?
No, I wouldn't think so. Mark is very much, like, not a luck person. Like, he doesn't believe in that. He's, like, you're either good, like, you know what you're going to do.
Yeah, it's going to happen or it's not.
Yeah, no, he don't believe in that luck stuff.
Yeah, I know. Matt doesn't either. I do have to say, though, like, he has, and you guys probably heard about this on one of the episodes, because I had him on. Me and my sister, me and my sister went out west, and we bought him this pair of underwear, and he has worn it like for every tournament since then.
Are you serious?
I am not even kidding.
And every day?
Yeah, well, like. Yeah, every tournament day. Okay. So he just takes them off and then he'll put them back on or whatever. Or like, you know, take them off, wash them, and then put them back on depending on how it is. But he's not like, you know, it don't wash the look out or anything like that. But and I think he started doing it because like we had gotten them for him and then it was like going well, so he just kept wearing them.
Yeah, no, that's funny.
But they're really cute, and so
it used to be like because like I said, I haven't been able to travel to like everything.
Yeah. So
it used to be whenever I would show up at a tournament, he would do good. Like maybe like his first day he didn't have the best day, but if I ended up showing up on the second day, he'd have a good bag. But like obviously, you know, whatever. But
yeah,
we used to think that was funny.
Yeah,
no,
when
I would
love
show up,
that.
he would do good. People were like, "You're just trying to impress her."
I know.
Hey,
whatever works. Whatever works.
I know.
You should just go stand on the dock, like wherever he is. All right, do better, do better.
But no, nothing. We don't really do anything every tournament.
Yeah. What about best and hardest part of loving a tournament angler?
I'd say the best part is like getting to just travel around and like go to new areas, and then hardest part is definitely like when they do go to travel but you're not able to go with them. Yeah. And just like that time apart and like knowing that I have like, do you have FOMO?
Oh my, like it's stupid.
I have bad FOMO.
Me too.
Like even if it's him with the guys, I'm like, but I just know y'all are having such a fun
good
time and I'm just here like working at home.
Yes. I know. I can't stand it. Like I mean, I travel a fair amount. Like me and my sister do like sister trips and stuff, but everything I book, I like make sure it's not overlapping a tournament, but mainly because of that, the FOMO.
Yes.
And if it does, like we she is a ER doc, so she like doesn't have a ton of time, and when she does, like we try to like go.
Yeah.
And it overlapped a like practice days one of the times, and I was still like, I know it's not like, it's not anything, and he's like, go and have fun, do whatever you want, you know, but I'm like, I want to be there.
I'm the same way.
Like, I just like to know how he's doing and feeling.
I'm the exact same way. Like, to me, like, a phone call is great, but like actually getting to be there.
Yeah, it's so different. Yeah. It's so nice.
Him, on the other hand, like, not that he doesn't, like, enjoy me being there, but I feel like he'd be perfectly fine. Yeah. Like, just not, like, just talking on the phone every day, but I definitely like being here. Yeah,
and, I mean, we had talked about this before, like, their heads are very similar as far as, like, it really, which is good, and obviously I think makes them better anglers. Like, nothing phases them. Mm-hmm. So whether I'm there or not there, like, I know he would like miss me, but I know
they're just so focused on what they're doing.
Yes, on their like goal of like what they're doing every day with fishing.
Yeah, so. Like it's not like they don't love us or like want to put us first that week, but it's just they're so committed to what they're doing. Yeah. Yeah. It's just we're just not the first thing on their mind.
Yeah. I have to share it with some fish every now and then. So what do you think Marshall would say is his favorite moment or biggest like high point of his career?
I would say when he won the Rookie of the Year last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was he like total, like did he think it was gonna happen? I mean, it was such a close race.
I know. He's such a confident person, not in like a cocky way at all. Yeah. But he just like, he really does just believe in himself. So whenever he found out that he made the invitationals, that's just like one of the first things he said. He was like, I want to win Rookie of the Year. And we were like, I mean, go for it. You know? So like we were going through all the tournaments and he was like, I mean, I think I have a good shot. And we were like, yeah, like you're doing pretty good. And then we got up to that final tournament and it was so close, but he still just, he had the confidence and he won. So
I think, I mean, that is like the best quality you can have. Yeah. Like just absolute confidence in yourself and like knowing that you're around the fish to do it, you can do it, like it will all pan
even
out.
If he's not though, like even if he had the worst day of practice before the first day, he is going into that tournament day being like I know I can figure something out. Yes. Like I'm gonna work it, you know, and figure out the best thing. So
yeah, I think it's
confident
good
in himself.
I like that. Yeah. I think I would struggle if Matt also didn't feel like that. Like I think I would struggle if his head was different because I'm such a hot mess. So if I had to like pick his head up every day, I think that would be hard. Or a little bit harder for me. So what is something, and we might overheat, so bear with me, but what is something you do that you think helps make Marshall more successful on the water?
On the water. We were actually talking about this yesterday, and he was like, honestly, you just like leaving me alone. Like you knowing not to like call me and like mess with my practice days. Yes. And I was like, dang, that kind of hurts. You know, like him being like, you know, I don't want you to call me, but I get it. Like,
well, it's more like an understanding. Like you understand what it is to him to not bother him.
Yeah, that's what he was saying. He's like, it's nice knowing that you're not just gonna call me 50 times on the water a day and just like ask crazy stuff. Like I know just to wait until he's off the water and then we can have a more like one-on-one conversation. Yeah. Because I do know if I end up calling, he's gonna just like not respond to my question because he's just so focused on fishing.
And he needs to be realistically. Like they need to be.
Leaving him alone when he's fishing.
Yeah, well, I think that translates to just you being independent or happily independent. Yeah. I think that's like a very underrated trait because we are with them all the time. So you would like assume that it's like a dependency, but it's really not. It's like all of us, I think the women on this side are so independent.
You have to be. Yes. Especially like tournaments like this when they go to practice, it's early. It's from like 6 to 9 o'clock at night. So I mean, you have to be independent throughout the day and find stuff to do yourself. So. Yeah.
So I think it definitely translates to you being a boss, independent. So do you help with the fishing business at all at this point? Meaning like the back side of it.
Yeah, I mean not much at this point. Like he's just like.
And do you think you will? Sorry.
Yeah, I feel like definitely in the future I will. Like I'll be a lot more. You know, in like the moment, like I'll be there a lot more. I'll be able to do stuff, but he likes doing stuff like his way. Yes. So like I will try to like push him to like make a social media post or whatever. But even if I'm doing it, like even if I pick out the pictures, like I still have to ask him like, well, what do you want me to put? Yeah. I did one by myself one time, like while he was on the water, and he came off and he was like, why'd you put that? like, why did you choose this picture? And I was like, you know what, from here on out, like, I'm just going to ask you. Like, I'll do it for you. Like, I have, you know, like, his login and everything. Like, I'll do it for him, but I still have to, like, ask him exactly what he wants me to put and stuff.
Yeah, I found that, like, the Instagram and Facebook, if the easiest way to help is to get the content. So, like, take lots of pictures and have options.
Yes, I definitely do stuff like that.
Because Matt, it's the same way. Like, TikTok is a little bit easier because it's not, like, caption-oriented. It's more, like, video. Like, coolness-oriented.
Like, filming it, yeah.
Yeah, but, like, Instagram is hard because I can think the way he would speak, but I can't write the way he would speak because I'm an exclamation human. So all of it would have, like, 10 exclamation points.
Yes. He was like, why did you put an exclamation point after every single sentence?
I know.
He was like, you need a period.
Yes.
I was like, it's really not that big of a deal. Like, I don't think anybody actually looked at that post and was like, why is there an exclamation point there?
But I do. Like,
he was like worried about it.
Matt says, like, that is coming from my voice is an exclamation point. Even, like, he had to, some of my thumbnails, like, because I do his YouTube thumbnails, they're all exclamation points. And he's like, why are we so excited about this? And I'm like, because it's exciting.
Like, no, I'm the same way. But, like, so other than social media, I mean, I'll do, like, little things here and there, like, that he wants me to do, like, organization of the boat or, like, going and grabbing stuff for him. But I feel like a lot more of that will come later when we're, like, living together. And
well, and actually, have, like, a little plan. And honestly, it might not at all. Like, it might be that it's completely separate. And obviously, you guys have met some wives that it totally is. Yeah. And it works for them that way because depending on how his head works, like, he likes to know, you know, where his stuff is. Like, I don't touch any of the boat stuff. Mm-hmm. That is all him. He is fully organized. He's very cute with his little, what is that thing that spits out?
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Wording.
I should know.
I know. It's so cute.
It's, like, left my mind right now.
It's a little organizer thing. Him and his little...
Oh, like the laminated things?
Like label maker. His little labels. So he puts his little labels on everything. Like, he's very organized. So I don't touch any of that. Yeah. But, so you might find that you also might not touch any of that either.
Yeah, I guess time will just tell.
Actually, Matt Steffen had a really good question because I told him you were coming on, and he was like, well, ask them about social media. And I was like, well, what does that mean? But he was like, obviously, because y'all are younger, coming into this world, being younger, and obviously your lives have always had social media a part of it. How do you feel about the social media side of this life? Like, is it hard to do? Do you find it easier? I mean, how do you guys feel about it?
Yeah, I would definitely say for the younger people, it's easier because, like you said, we grew up with it. Like, we're used to posting stuff about ourselves and we know how to use it and everything. But, like, Marshall isn't that big of a social media person. He doesn't like to post that much. So I do have to, like, constantly remind him, like, let's make a post about yesterday or, like, let's do this. But he's definitely that person that's, like, if he doesn't have a good picture, he just, like, doesn't want to do it. He's like, no social media. I'm like, we could post, like, the leaderboard or, like,
anything else.
But it's definitely me, like, constantly reminding him, like, let's do this and let's tag your sponsors and, like, you know, do all that kind of stuff.
No, it's good that you're there. I feel like it... And that's kind of why I wanted to ask, too, like, if you find it easier. But I think it's, like, the same all the way around, meaning these guys got into fishing because they loved being outside and, like, out of social media and alone on the water, like, in God's creation, and then asking them to also be, like, full-blown businessmen and social media professionals and all of that. Like, I just find it so funny that now they have to do that or, like, learn how to do that or, you know, even growing up. Like, I was wondering if you guys felt any different, but you actually feel very similar to, like, it's necessary for the business, but not necessarily easy.
Yeah, like, Marty, he doesn't do, like, any of the social media. He's like, I don't know how to do this. Like, even yesterday, he wanted to text Mitchell, and he gave me his phone, and he was like, pull up Mitchell's contact and, like, send him this picture. Like, he just doesn't mess around with, like, any of the phone stuff. So it's definitely, like, good that he has us, like, to help him do all that.
I mean, I think we have the time to do it, too, which is always nice.
Yeah, and, like I told you earlier, he was, his marshal was, like, sending me pictures during his tournament day the other day. So I was able to, like, make a post for him.
Oh, yeah.
Since he's not able to do it while he's on the water. Just to, like, update everybody on his social media.
Yeah, no, I love that. I love that that's, like, an easy in for us as far as to help with their lives too.
Oh yeah,
like,
for sure.
It's a
Because
good
a lot of
value.
people don't like constantly go and check the MLF website to
Yeah.
like see how they did. But if you post it on social media, you know a bunch of people's gonna be on
See
there
it.
and looking at it.
Yeah,
So,
just scrolling through and they're able to see it
Yeah.
and catch in, or they can like link back over or whatever.
Mhm.
So nice. So, do you watch live during tournament season?
I try to, especially if I know like Marshall's gonna be
Yes.
on there. But like when I was doing my internship during before school ended, I would like, so I obviously like have my computer
Yeah.
because I was doing it as a secretary. That's like what my internship was.
Okay.
So I had like my 2 computer screens, and then I would just like secretly have my phone propped up like under, and I had my AirPod in,
Yeah.
like listening to all the tournaments. And then if somebody asked me something, I just have to be like, what was that?
Huh?
And like
Excuse me?
they have no idea I'm watching a whole bass fishing tournament on my phone. But yeah, if I know he has a camera, I'll
Yeah.
for sure like pull it up and put my AirPod in or whatever. But I can't say I watch it as much if
Yeah.
like I know he's not gonna be on there. But I do
You
try
check
to watch
score
it.
tracker?
Yeah.
Yeah, religiously.
Yes. Oh, like constantly. I'm bad about like checking it, going to a different app and immediately like
Going
open
back.
it back.
Yes.
And, like maybe in that 5 seconds.
I
you
know
thought
something happened. They just hadn't posted it yet. I
I'm
know.
bad about just clicking it over and over.
Me too. I like kind of get myself like anxious about it because I'm
Yes.
like, oh wait, but wait a second,
Yes.
wait a second.
I do the same thing for sure. Yeah.
So from your perspective and all that you've seen, because you've seen like quite a lot, what do you think makes a successful angler?
Definitely like the confidence side that we were talking about.
Yeah.
Like if he's not going out there thinking that he can do good, then I mean he's probably not gonna he's not gonna do good.
Yeah,
So just having the confidence to go out there and do like what he knows how to do.
yeah. I
And
think so,
also like
too.
the love for it. Like you have to have the love for
the
it.
passion.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes all your other decisions easier.
Yeah,
I feel like
for sure.
if you also love it.
Mhm.
So one last question, then we're gonna wrap up with a few quick hits. What are you most proud of that you two have accomplished together? It can be fishing or non-fishing related.
Okay. I would honestly just say, like, since we did meet in high school, just, like, still being together
Yeah.
and, like, being as strong and, like, as close as we still are.
Loving each other as much.
Yeah, because, I mean, obviously, like, and just through all of his fishing stuff, like you said, it's hard to, like, stay connected and, like, do things together all the time. So, like, just making it work.
Yeah, no, I love that.
Mhm.
Definitely isn't easy to find. So when people are giving you a hard time, you can't let go of something like that either.
And I would say, like, going into this is definitely not the future that, like, I saw myself doing. Like, I never even thought about the possibility of, like, getting to travel around and do something like this. So just, like, being able for me to adapt to that. Because, like, obviously, I love Marshall and, like, I want to be with him. So just me being able to adapt and be like, yeah, like, I'll go and do that with you.
Yes, and changing, like, your probably view of
What
what
I
you
want,
thought.
yeah.
Yes. And we had talked about this a little bit because my vision for my future, I could have never dreamt this up.
Yeah, no,
like in a million years.
Like, it's not random, but it just seems so random. Like, not many people get to do this.
No,
you know?
yeah. And just, like, finding how it perfectly fits, like, you and in your life. Like, I definitely think it takes, like, a special person
It does.
to blend with this life. So it's fun. I'm glad that you're here.
Yes.
So we're going to wrap up with a few quick hits.
Okay.
What is your PB and where did you catch it?
I think it was a 5-pounder from Hartwell.
Ah, largemouth?
Yes.
Very nice.
I remember it was soon after we started dating. I don't think we had been dating for a year yet. And we were fishing this spot, and he gave me a crankbait. It was taco salad color. I don't know if you know what it is. But it became, like, my favorite after that because I did catch that fish on it. But I remember him being like, there's nothing here. Like, let's go to somewhere else. And I was like, just one more cast, you know? So I throw out there, and I'm, like, reeling it in. I'm like, oh, my gosh. I was like, I feel something. And he was like, it, like, popped up a little bit, like, out of the water. And he was like, oh, that's a good one. Like, I keep reeling it in. And then he gets the net, and he's like, oh, like, that's a big
good one.
But, yeah, I think that was my biggest.
I love those where you're like, no, I know something is here, and then you actually catch something.
I
it's
do
so
not.
nice.
If I'm fishing with him, like I said, if he's live scoping, and he tells me to, like, throw somewhere, I'm like, I don't really count. Like, I like doing stuff myself.
Yes.
I will never ever let him cast out there and be like, you really
Yeah,
did.
no.
I'm like, it's
that's
not
a hard
the same.
pass. No.
And I hate when I'll, like, post stuff of me on Instagram with the fish, and all the comments will be like, oh, like, I know Marshall got that for you or
Yeah,
whatever.
you're like, no, I reeled this in. I casted where I wanted to cast. Like, everyone go away.
We actually went to go fish a couples tournament together.
Oh.
It was like, I think it was like March or April. And we show up. We should have read the rules, but we didn't. We show up, and they wouldn't let us fish because of Marshall.
Him.
Yeah, because of him fishing pro. So we were like, whatever, we'll still just go and fish.
Yeah.
And act like we're in the tournament or whatever. And so we actually, if we would have been in the tournament, we would have won. And I had the two biggest. I had like 2 threes.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I was like, that would have been such a cool moment. Like being able to go in and be like, I caught the two biggest ones.
Yes.
And I was like, whatever. They wouldn't let us fish it.
I know. You always have to call just because depending on it. It's like, they go by like what you pay in entry fee, I think.
That's exactly what it was. But we just, I mean, we don't ever think about,
no.
Like, we don't, obviously, like, he never shows up anywhere thinking, oh, I'm better than any of these people. Like,
no.
that never even crossed our mind.
No.
So when we showed up and we paid and everything, and this girl came up and she told the people, she was like, he has a rat boat. Like, I think he fishes pro. So they went and, like, looked into it, and they were like, yeah, you can't fish this. And we were like, what? Like,
we just want to have fun.
Yeah, he was like, no offense to you, Abigail, but I'm literally fishing with my girlfriend. Yeah. I'm like, how, you know.
I'm not coming here to take everybody's money. We're coming to have fun.
We were just trying to have a fun day. But it ended up being fun, still just being able to go out there. So.
And I think it's funny because, like, a lot of times, like, those locals just stomp on you because they've been, I mean, they, like, know all the nooks and crannies, you know? And they're freaking good. I mean, they should be able to, like, you know,
that's
smoke
what we were saying. We were like, honestly, he fishes other lakes more than he fishes the home lakes because he's always gone. So it shouldn't be one of those situations where they're, like, can't fish this because we don't even get to fish them that much. But
like Matt won the BFL on Dale Hollow and everyone was like, oh, you shouldn't have been able to do that. And I'm like, we are never here, like ever. I remember
everybody saying that.
Yes, it was like we literally never come here. I mean, we had been living, I think he had been there like 5 total times before that tournament. Yes.
Yeah, so people don't even know what they're talking about.
No, they don't even know.
They have no idea.
And honestly, like, he was just as surprised as everyone, so. Yeah. Okay, what about go-to show or movie? Do you guys have, like, we have, like, The Office. Like, we love The Office.
Oh, yeah. We used to watch shows together, but we stick to, like, movies now. But just by myself, I like game shows. Like, I like Family Feud. Yeah, like stuff like that, but like Survivor or like Big Brother. Do you know what that is? Mm-hmm. Like, I love shows like that.
Okay, like reality game show kind of deal.
Yes. Nice. He doesn't like keeping all that kind of stuff. Yeah. So if it's just me, that's the kind of stuff I like to watch.
I like it. I got really into Survivor when I was, we had like COVID and Survivor was like my show while I was
binge watch it.
Yes.
And The Amazing Race. I like The Amazing Race.
That's a good one too. That's a good one too. Can you back a boat?
I can.
Can you? Yeah. You like feel totally confident and
everything? I wouldn't say totally confident.
You're getting there.
Yeah, like I learned, it was probably a year ago, honestly. We were at the Potomac. Yeah. And so when they were fishing, Iris would take me out and I would practice on that boat ramp. So like I can definitely do it. Yeah. But if I'm around like a bunch of other people, like when I've been putting them in the mornings here, and there's a bunch of other anglers around, like I definitely get nervous because I'm like, what if I mess up? And then they're like, who is this girl? What is she doing? You know? So I definitely get nervous, but I can do it.
I do have to say, the tournament crowd is much more forgiving, or at least the Bass Pro Tour tournament crowd is much more forgiving with people taking their time on the ramp. Yeah. Like 100%.
Because they're at least you're out there like giving it a shot.
Yes, and honestly, like everyone's already been there, like with their wife, and most of the time if their wife hasn't done it, they wish that they would. Yeah. So once I found that out, like that gave me like so much confidence. Like I can do whatever I need to do, basically. Yeah, because they really don't care, you know?
At first, I was scared to get anywhere near it. I was like, I don't want to pull it or anything because I was so scared to, like, mess it up. But I'll definitely, like, I'll pull it around everywhere now. Yeah. That's easy to me. But the backing in part, as long as I can get straight. Yeah. Like, if it's a boat ramp where I kind of have to, like, go from the side, I struggle. But if I can get straight, I'm good.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel that. Because once it gets a little wonky, you're just like, oh.
I know.
So if you guys played Uno together with a group and you had a draw 4 card, would you play it on Marshall or would you wait until you got a reverse and play it on someone else?
Oh, I would 100% play it on Marshall. I am such a competitive person. Like, I'd probably wait until it got all the way around and I had another one and I could give them the +8. Like,
which I hadn't played that way. We played that way actually with the Sheffields where they stack the cards.
Yeah.
We never played that way, and honestly,
it's fun that way.
Yeah, it was probably because my sister used to get so upset at board games and stuff if she wasn't doing
You
well.
didn't want to make her mad.
Yeah, that we didn't stack, but the stacking is intense. I like it.
It's fun. No, I'd put it on it right away. I don't mind. You got to put your feelings aside in a game.
Yeah.
Like.
Competition wins out.
Yeah, I'm so competitive.
So one more thing before you leave, and this is what I was talking about. I take it from another podcast, but I love it. What is a question you have for our next guest without knowing who that guest is?
Let's do, if you could only pick, like, I'm looking at all this food. If you could only pick, like, one snack that
that's a good
like,
one.
on the boat.
Yeah.
Like, just one snack. What would you pick?
Ooh, I love that. Yeah. What is yours?
I normally do, Marshall's like a big Chex Mix guy.
Is
I
he?
don't like Chex
That's
Mix.
a random one.
Yeah, I like Cheez-Its.
I loved
Cheez-Its
I was literally thinking
or
that.
like fruit. I like fruit too.
Like grapes.
Yeah.
Grapes are always good. I like cuties too. I actually
cuties are good.
just started rebuying cuties.
Yeah.
Like from, childhood. I had forgotten about them basically.
The only thing I hate about those is once you peel them, that smell sticks with you forever.
Forever.
It just like goes in your hands. I don't know. It sticks with you.
No, that's a good one. What is your favorite snack to have on the boat if you can only have one?
Yeah.
I like it.
There you go.
So that is our show this week. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me. It was so fun.
Thank you guys for clicking in and joining too.
Yeah.
So if people want to follow y'all or Marshall this season, where can they find you?
So Marshall is Marshall Robinson Fishing on Facebook and Instagram, and then I don't know if anybody would want to follow me, but I'm Abigail.Cothran if anybody wants to follow me.
And then M3 Fishing on TikTok.
On TikTok, I forgot about that. Yeah.
So follow them on there too, because that's just fun.
Yeah.
They do like more behind the scenes on that one.
Yeah.
So obviously you guys know I love the women behind professional bass fishing. I love this sport in general, but I love being able to share their stories. So I still plan on continuing throughout the rest of the year, doing one a week. It's mostly Thursdays. If I'm really on it, if I'm not on it, it is Friday. But they come out on YouTube and then anywhere you can get a podcast. We also have an Instagram. It's at Random Kitchens Podcast, so you can follow on there to just find out when stuff is dropping and also see some other fun videos. But that is our show, so make sure you subscribe to follow along, and we'll see you next week. Bye.